Regarding the story, Ulrich, a very good afternoon to you. Very worrying issues pertaining challenges the youth face in the area. But do tell us more about today's gathering.
Hi, good afternoon. Well, today it was the second and last day of the youth forum, and the youth really came about and spoke about the problems that they're facing. Unemployment, of course, a very big issue. More than 45% of the youth are unemployed in this province. You also have a big problem in terms of drug and alcohol abuse. And then, of course, a big worrying factor is that less than 10% of the population or the youth population of the Northern Cape have access to tertiary education. So you have a cycle of poverty. And so a lot of these issues were discussed among the youth, and of course they're coming up with resolutions on how to address these issues.
But Ulrich, what projects or help is in place or being set up to try and address these matters?
Well, we spoke to Northern Cape Premier Sylvia Lucas, whose office arranged the youth forum, and they basically said that a lot of the issues that the youth are complaining about, like access to tertiary education, unemployment, etc., there are programs in place. So what they're basically saying is that there's a lack of communication between the provincial government, local government, and young people within the various districts of the province. And they have actually committed themselves that they're now going to set up similar like a women's desk that's already within the office of the Premier to set up a youth desk where young people can then go as a central point to access programs that are related to young people.
And Ulrich, I mean, speaking of government, will there now be some sort of full-time type of assessment in regards to those measures?
Excuse me?
Will there be some sort of assessment that the government is going to engage on to try and gauge the level of progression among some of the projects that they have instilled in the area?
Yes, they've actually done research through the Department of Social Development on the various issues that are being discussed and will be discussed in the future. So the Department of Social Development has been given this platform to basically monitor their own how they're progressing in as far as the resolutions are concerned, but also the young people themselves who also complain about that previous youth forums were the resolutions taken there were not always implemented. They've also among themselves said that they will also monitor that. Another youth organization, of course, the ANC Youth League, also pledged that they will also keep a close eye on government implementation of the various policies.
All right, thank you for that update. Ulrich Hendricks on the line to us from Kimberley.